Hello, Leo. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for June. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This message could play out at any point in time throughout the month of June. This message may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate, Leo. Leave behind the rest. This is also going to be for any major Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. If you're drawn to the reading by the title, then there's likely a message in here for you. And so this month of Zodiac messages, I opted for the Starseed Oracle deck. We're going to start off with these Oracle messages. Then we're going to jump in with the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And I will close off the reading with a couple of cards from the Crystal Stone deck. And so let's jump in, Leo, and see what the universe has in store for you for the month of June. I know we've got some big energies playing out in June. We've got some retrogrades playing out. So a lot of up-leveling in the collective. And so you got the love, Leo. Leo is all about the heart, right? You've got the love, and forge, don't follow. So you need to address some codependency issues. There's a need for boundaries. Maybe you're dealing with a Klingon. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that's codependent on your energy, your time, your money, your resources. There's a need for energetic boundaries here. Maybe you've been absorbing what's not yours, Leo. But I do feel you've got the love. You've got unconditional love coming through here. And so this is about being a leader, a new earth leader. And maybe you've learned a lot of tough lessons when it comes to codependencies and boundaries. And maybe that's part of your purpose. But I feel you're being asked to step into a leadership role. You're being asked to forge. It's not time to be a follower. It's time to be a leader. It's time to pave a new path for your life. Maybe you're here to show others the way, lead others. But you are being asked to be a leader. Leo is leadership energy, right? So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Leo. I'm having a hard time talking, so I might be talking to a Leo that doesn't like to be in the spotlight, and so maybe this is uncomfortable. I could be talking to a Leo North Node, right? And so the South Node would be the Aquarian energy of, you know, fitting in with the crowd, right? Not wanting to be in the spotlight, but it's time to surrender to being a visionary leader. I feel you're coming into some new inspired ideas. You're coming into some channeling energy of some sort. And so I do feel I'm talking to a Leo here that's hitting rock bottom. Being cracked open, that's the heart, right? And so in order to love to the fullest degree that we're capable of loving, we do have to be ripped wide open in the heart space. And so this is about opening up the heart, cracking open, surrendering to the alchemy of the spiritual journey. And so boundaries. I do feel you need to let somebody go. You've been carrying the weight for somebody, and it's time to let them go. So Palladian energy, Sirius star seed energy, more Palladian energy on the bottom of the deck with the 7 star sisters. They originate from the Palladian constellation. So you're birthing something new into your life. Maybe your authentic self-expression. You're being asked to dance in the cosmic energies, but I do feel like a bottoming out. And this is to get you to slow down. And so when we go through the healing process, we do have to hit that bottoming out. We have to zero out the karma. We have to have that clean slate, and it's usually not pretty. It can be downright ugly, Leo. But it is in the state of the rock bottom that we can then rise and get that bigger picture, right? Bigger picture thinking. So they're showing me the Hanged Man in reverse. So you've been stuck for a while, Leo. And so I do feel a lot of higher messages have been coming through, either in dream space or telepathically from your guides, saying it's time to bring something into harmony and balance. And so what have you been carrying that's not yours to carry? Boundaries. What do you need to let go of that you've been carrying that's not yours? Yeah, because it's time to slow down. It's time to go through this inner child healing, because that's where the rare gifts are going to be held, is in the heart, in the inner child healing. So let's jump in with the tarot and see what else needs to come through. I see some action going on outside. Ooh, there's been a block on the heart. There is definitely a cracked opening of the heart. This is a bottoming out, and this is about being a visionary leader, a teacher, stepping into being a role model. This is about maybe breaking the mold with traditions. The Hierophant, Taurus. You could have strong Taurus in your chart. You could be dealing with a Taurus. This is about commitment to the path. And I do feel a heart purge. Definitely a heart activation. Definitely an emotional breakdown of some sort for my Leos out there. So we'll see what else needs to come through for you, Leo. It's very heavy. It's very heavy on the heart. So you're really going to want to pay attention to where Leo is at in your birth chart. That's likely where this energy is going to be felt the most. They're actually showing me a Leo 6th house energy right now. So this is about your career, your purpose. What do we got here? Well, we get Virgo energy. We get the Hermit. You are a seeker of this knowledge, this truth. We get the 9 of Wands. You are a wounded healer. So pay attention to where Virgo is also at in your chart, Leo. When we get a couple of 9s out, this is a major cycle coming to a close. It's time to let something go or somebody go. It's time to get those boundaries into place, because your higher self is saying it's time to put in the dedicated effort for the path. I feel some type of union energy here too. If you notice on the background, you see a union between two. It kind of looks like Jesus and Mary. Could be coming into some higher Christ code activations. We get the 8 of Pentacles anchored down by the 4 of Swords in reversed. So you could have been on a seeking journey for the last few years. This could be coming back to life after a period of seeking truth and healing a core childhood wound. Well, get ready to confront your fears. This is the near future energy. We get the moon reversed, Pisces, Cancer energy anchored down by the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So healing an abandonment wound or a rejection wound of some sort. We get the 5 of Cups in reversed, shifting your focus. Now we got a couple of 5s. We get the Empress in reverse, anchoring down the 5 of Cups in reverse. And then we get the 2 of Pentacles for the overall outcome, anchored down by the 2 of Swords. What are you refusing to see? I see a theme here. We get 9-9, 5-5, 2-2. So big decision. You could have been juggling an option for a couple of years now when it comes to embracing the healing journey. We get Aquarius energy, we get Pisces, and so we are ascending the age of Pisces and stepping into the age of Aquarius. And so opportunity is beckoning you, Leo. There is a missed opportunity beckoning you. So how can you confront your fears? So I feel a Kundalini activation, a spontaneous Kundalini activation taking place, Leo. We get the base and the crown. And so the base chakra is where the coiled snake Kundalini energy resides. And so I feel a full spontaneous Kundalini activation working with the violet flame, the spontaneous blue flame activation, coming out of confusion, coming out of illusion, and needing to reach out to somebody for some help, perhaps. This is about a commitment, victory, success. Maybe you've been in separation from somebody. I do feel you've been working on confronting your fears. You're breaking free from an illusion. Maybe dealing with an Empress in reverse, somebody that has not been nurturing you. I feel there's fear over a rejection of some sort. Somebody's been refusing to look at the truth. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. I'm just going to keep my blinders on. I'm going to pretend there's no problems. And I'm just going to people please. Well, I think you're dealing with somebody that is never going to be happy. It doesn't matter what you do. They're never going to be happy, Leo. And so what are you refusing to see? Because the universe is coming in and saying there's no balance here. You need to find balance. There's a missed opportunity here that I feel was overlooked. And maybe you've spent a lot of time in a state of suppression and depression dealing with somebody belittling you holding you down, bringing you down, keeping you in a state of prolonged grief, making you feel guilty, emotionally manipulating you to stay in a situation that brings you a lot of emotional discontentment, that makes you feel all alone. This is coming out of an abandonment wound as well. Somebody's confronting their shadow self. I think there's fear of stepping into the unknown. Definitely could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. And I do feel this person has reflected back to you what it is you need to put the effort into to find balance in your life. And so what do you need to break some chains with? Maybe with a Pisces, maybe with an Aquarius. But I do feel somebody's got some regrets. There's shame coming through here when it comes to a missed opportunity. This is about heart healing. Maybe you've been misguided by some falsehoods. Maybe somebody led you astray. Maybe you received poor counsel. You need to listen only to your own intuition right now when it comes to making a decision, Leo. I do feel it's time to reconsider maybe something from the past. Maybe Spirit's been hounding you to reach out with communication, to put in the effort. Maybe there's fear because you didn't value somebody in the past or didn't see their worth. But I feel somebody's really thought about reaching out for maybe the last 4 years, daydreaming about making a decision. I do feel it's decision time. So let's take a look at the moon reversed. What are we confronting here? Well, there's another two. The Two of Wands in reverse. Refusing to see the path forward, refusing to make a decision. Yeah, refusing to take the lead. So, well, this is coming. You're going to have to confront this whether you're ready or not. Maybe around that full moon, it's going to bring something into illumination. Because I do feel, yeah, we got almost all of the fives out now. Because there's going to be a challenge. There's going to be a need to defend yourself. I do feel somebody's really been guarded on the heart here. There's all that fire energy coming through. And so maybe somebody's held you back from taking the lead. But there is definitely a cycle coming to a close. Could be dealing with a fixed sign. Well, you are a fixed sign, Leo. And so this is about embracing a major life lesson. This is about dreams coming true and maybe a reconciliation when it comes to love, a reunion of some sort. But you got to get honest about a dark, dreary situation here that has prevented you from stepping into the light. This could be something coming back from the dead. Dedicated effort and just breathe. So yeah, this could be something coming back from the dead. But I also feel there needs to be an ending. And so there's resistance to maybe a coming together or an ending here. But there is something completely over. It's time to trust. I feel you're being pushed into a new cycle and it's uncomfortable because there's resistance to embracing this change because you've refused to see the truth for so long. Maybe you enjoy staying in victim mentality and that's what gives you your sense of self. Well, it's time to come out of feeling all alone. We can be surrounded by people and feel all alone, Leo. But I do feel this is about shedding the old to bring in the new. There's a connection here where you're not your authentic self. You're not on the same page. There's a lack of trust. Maybe there was broken trust here. But this is about finding your strength to take back your power to release a very imbalanced situation. There's going to be an ending. Let's clarify the Empress in reversed. There's a lack of creativity, there's a lack of fertility, there's a lack of growth, and there's a need to move on in order for healing to begin. So what is it that you're refusing to see when it comes to maybe somebody that's been manipulating you? The Empress reversed with the Magician could be a pathological liar, a master manipulator. We could have somebody here trying to trap somebody, and I do feel this is a very dark energy. And all this person wants to do is win. They really don't have love here. It's just about winning and losing, and they don't want to go into the depths of the heartbreak. Somebody's refusing to see an ending here. Refusing to allow an ending to come full circle. Trying to cling to control. Trying to prevent a new beginning. Refusing to look at the pain. And I do feel major wake-up calls. So, wow. Wow, with the Emperor reversed. We got two people here. Controlling. abusive. There's a lack of love. There's a lack of, learning a lesson. Two very stubborn, stuck people wanting to control. And this is about a toxic cycle. We've got a trauma bond here. We've got a trauma bond here. This is the Hanged Man in reverse. There's going to be a wake-up call. I do feel some disillusionment. I do feel it's kind of time to observe your truth. Seek that truth. It's time to unveil the truth. I do feel you could be dealing with somebody with two sides to them, maybe a Gemini. But I feel June is bringing in some truth. There's going to be some truth needing to be seen, because whatever you're refusing to look at, you're not going to be able to unsee this truth, because it's time to make a judgment call. There's some type of an awakening going on here, maybe a third eye awakening. And so I do feel like, no, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to move on. I don't want to move on. But there's no passion here. There's no growth. There's probably like... no sexual passion anymore, and holding on to the memories, holding on out of power and control. It's time to uncage your heart. It's time to release this situation, Leo. So let's take a look at the Crystal Stone deck. Maybe somebody needs to reach out for some assistance. Maybe somebody here is a healer. And the opportunity to reconnect is coming through in the month of June. What else does Leo need to be aware of? There is going to be a realignment here. So you're going through an upgrade. Yeah, if you've been set on wallowing out, be warned. Be warned. Your world is about to be flipped upside down. So you better be ready for some type of upheaval to be brought forward in the month of June. Because it's time to put in the work on your true self, Leo. It's time to kick a bad habit. It's time to put in some boundaries when it comes to a bad relationship that just perpetuates a cycle of bad energy and bad moods. And so I do feel maybe somebody knows how to get you in your spot with your weaknesses. And that's what keeps you from refusing to see the truth. But I do feel a spotlight being shone on some negative vices so you can work on them and put in the work on yourself. So I do feel it's time to step into your spiritual path. A new beginning here. A new beginning. So shedding your old self, stepping into the new, coming into maybe a starseed activation of some sort. There's a lot of universal energy pulsing through this month for you, and it's time to align to these higher codes. So it might feel like you're kind of floating off in another galaxy. But I do feel you're getting the answers that you've been seeking. And so it's like this sinking energy of like your true destiny is coming forward. And so third eye activation. I do feel it's way past time to stop saying yes to this toxic situation. I think you hate being in this situation, and your true calling is saying, yoo-hoo. Over here, Leo, it's time to step into this alternate reality and go live out your heart's desire. So watch your anger, watch your temper. I feel there's a lot of tempers about to fly. You're dealing with some type of overly dramatic drama queen, I feel. But it's time for you to speak up and speak clearly, because somebody is hell-bent on hanging on to you. And you're hell-bent on letting this go. So I do feel you might have to be very cold with somebody, icy cold with somebody when it comes to cutting them out, because I do feel they've kind of repressed your truth and you've lost your voice, and now you're ready to speak up. And that's kind of what I've got for you, Leo, for the month of June. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below, Leo, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.